Hello folks, we're at Albany and this is one of my winter sugar river spots. Summer I'm usually at Broadhead because it's generally better for me, but we got a worm on a Lindy/Carolina rig. The issue is, you see that? The best spot is actually right across the river there, around those stairs, but that's private property, so that's no good for us. So we're gonna have to just launch it as far as we can, and I can launch this pretty far, so it's not that big of a deal. I can actually get to mostly the other side. The deep channels on the other side, which when the water's colder like right now, that's where all the fish are. Anyways, Lindy rig, I think it's a 2 or 3 weight ounce, and this is a 7-foot pole. That's a good throw. That's mostly on the other side in the deeper water, and let's see what we can get there. I think I got a fish, guys. That feels like one. Oh yeah, that's a fish. It's not pulling with the usual fervor, probably because the water's cold. But I think I can tell it's a fish. It feels heavier than the weight anyways, even though it is like a 3 ounce. Yep, that's definitely a fish. It's fighting now. That's what I was here for. Either carp or suckers. I'm good with either. Because I haven't gotten too many non-bluegill size fish lately, and even a carp or a sucker is a big thing. Like, not a big thing, but you know, like a 3 pound, 2 pound sucker. Oh, that's a sucker. Not big enough to be a carpio. Not even big enough to pull drag, but we'll take one. Much better fighting than the bluegills, I'll give you that. Definitely give you that. And I know there's bigger ones over there, so we'll take it. It's like a 1.5 pound, 2 pound sucker. Really muddy, but hey, we'll take it. Red horse sucker. Better than tiny rock bass that I've been getting. Much better. And even bigger than the walleye. I like big fish. That's not a big fish, but I'll take it. Red horse sucker. About a 1.5, 2 pounder. They're biting today at least. Red horse sucker. Nothing to write home about, but hey, feels good to get a fish. These trash fish are pretty fun to catch, especially in the winter when nothing else is biting. Red horse suckers generally bite in lower temperatures than common carp, which is why I catch carp here in the summer if I come here, and generally I catch these things in the winter if I come here. So there you go. It's gonna just kind of sucker on off. Might get a little bit stuck because it's really shallow on this side, but there it goes. See a fish. This other one's got one too. These things are a lot more lethargic. I was just gonna pull the other one in just to check, see if the bait's still on, but I got one. These are a lot more lethargic in the winter than they are in the summer, because in the summer, if they pull, like when they hook, they pull and you know immediately, but in the winter, sometimes they kind of just sit there for a while, so you don't really know. But yeah, this one's smaller. But yeah, this one's probably a pound. But not bad, not bad. I'll take it. Another red horse sucker. Hopefully that means the big fish of death are out, but sometimes, you know, there's only red horse suckers. I'll take it. Another red horse sucker. Or is that a white sucker? Doesn't really matter. It's pretty big either way. Maybe a pound, a little bit more. These are a little bit too big to use as bait, unless you're going for like a 50-inch pike. But I've only caught like 30 inches here, so probably not 50-inch pike. So yeah, we'll just let this guy go. This is probably 14, 15 inches. And yeah, you want 12 inches or less for bait. 10 inches or less preferably. And I didn't buy any small suckers from the store, but we can cut these up too, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'll see you, sucker. Boom. And it's gonna sucker on off. Turn itself around and sucker on off. All right, so let's just toss this back out. I'm gonna toss this one kind of in the middle of the river and not like, you know, like really far out in the river, because I do believe like there are suckers there too, and there are obviously some like way over there. Hoping to get a bigger carp as well as toss some lures for pike, but we'll see. But these suckers are kind of lethargic right now, so even if they bite, I may not be able to tell. All right, let's try the golden spoon. I've wanted to buy like a 1 ounce spoon for a while, but the heaviest they got right now for me on this golden spoon thing is 3/4 of an ounce. So we'll have to go with that. The problem with this is the river is fairly wide here, and although throwing like a 3 ounce weight to the other side is not that big of a deal, throwing like a 1/2 ounce spoon to the other side is a different story. I can't get it nearly as far as the weight. So I might have to switch over to the other silver spoon. That's like 2 ounces. But that isn't quite as good as this for catching pike. And the deeper water and all the pike are on the other side, unfortunately. While I could technically go to the dock over there and fish there on the other side, the best place for pike is like along that other shore, like right around here. I haven't actually caught any pike from the dock, but I have actually caught pike slinging like this. However, all that side is private land from here, so you can't really do much. Can't go over there and can't fish over there, so gotta work with what you got. All right, the line is constantly waving here, so that's gotta be a fish, I would guess. It's harder to tell in the winter because like in the summer, these lines just go berserk if carps or suckers hit. In the winter, not so much. That's a fish, but it could come off, and they're not on quite as well either, but that's definitely a fish. As they are in the summer. I'm guessing it's a sucker. I don't think it's big enough to be a carp. Carps are generally like 3-4 times the size. But hey, you know, suckers, they fight better than a lot of other fish their size. They're like walleye size generally, but I think the other one's got a sucker as well. They tend to hit together. I think the other one's got a sucker as well, but like they're walleye size fish, but they fight much harder than walleye, I'll give you that. Walleye suck at fighting. Like I said, I was planning to go to Milwaukee today, but I got up too late for that. And after that, the plan was to go to Indian Ford, but I didn't really feel like buying suckers and buying like minnows and going to Indian Ford. So I just took over whatever leftover worms I have and came here. But yeah, it's a pretty fun time of fishing stuff up. But you know, if you're looking for something to eat, it is not the place. It is more just a fun, hook some and get a fight place. There you go, another red horse sucker. All right, gotta let the sucker go. But yeah, you know, pretty fun fishing. Get a good workout. See a sucker. Splat. And it, can you see that? It suckers over here, almost gets stuck, and then goes back in the river. All right, let's get this back out there on the other side, and you know, maybe a carp or a buffalo will bite. I know they're here. They're just not like biting in the warmer, colder water, because I usually catch those in much warmer water. It's like, I think water's like mid-40s today. At least that's what it was at Verona. Not really sure what it is here. Should be about the same. But yeah, not bad, not bad. By the way, I'm above the dam in Albany, so pretty sure there's no catfish. I've only caught bullheads here, and I don't consider those true catfish. I think I got one here, but it was pulling a while ago. But, you know, they could come off pretty easily. Nope, it's still there. All right, oh yeah, it's pulling now. Like once you start reeling, they start fighting. Not like in the summer where they're just like swimming all around the place. But yeah, fourth one for the day. I'll probably catch 5 or 6 of them today at least. It's only 4:12, but it's already getting to be where it's dark. Or getting kind of dark-ish at least. There we go. There's one. Another one. I think these are all either either white suckers or silver red horses. Every once in a while you get a short face, but I think this one's a silver. They're usually the bigger ones, but today they're not very big. Yep, that's a silver red horse. As for the taste of suckers, like, my parents actually say the meat tastes better than carp, significantly. But it is very flaky. I've had it before, actually. And they have too many small bones, even for my parents. And my parents eat like Asian carp, so a lot of work, especially for like people who aren't used to picking out bones, i.e. pretty much all Americans more or less, including myself. And yeah, so not a favorite food of the locals. See a sucker. Honestly, as long as you're not looking for dinner, suckers are fine to catch for sport. They're pretty fun to reel in, and for their size, they put up a pretty good fight. Either ways, in terms of fighting, beats bluegill and crappie fishing any day of the week, so I'll take it. There's definitely a more noticeable bite for a sucker. I think it's a sucker anyways. Yeah, it's probably a sucker. I was hoping for a carp, because I haven't caught one yet, and carps are generally bigger. But I think it's a sucker. It'd be nice if it was a pike though. It'd be a really nice surprise if it was a big fish of death. Like I said, if I could actually fish from those stairs, I can probably catch more big fish of death. I think this one's a little bigger. Could be a carp. Maybe a sucker, but could be a carp. Seems fighting a little bit harder than the other ones. The suckers can get like 4 or 5 pounds. Oh, it's another sucker. I'll take it though. I will take it. I'm always hoping when that shape appears is like a bass or something. This one's a little bigger. It's maybe like 2 pounds. They're about the same size. I think the biggest one I've caught here was like 5 pounds. But yeah, pretty fun. 5th one of the day. Not really sure if I got that last one on video because I might have changed it to photo, which would have sucked. But yeah, another sucker. This guy actually hit a little bit harder than the other ones. But hey, I like the fight. It's a good workout, you know. Don't really do that much exercise in the winter. Well, no, I do like walk and jog, but still, this thing, 2.5 pounds, I'll take it. And the suckers are cool because they look goofy. Because they suck. I mean, their mouth is built for sucking. See you, sucker. Okay, that didn't work out. Let me go get the net. Fish generally suck at flipping themselves over, so sometimes you gotta help them a bit. I just extend this net a little bit. And flip this guy over for him. He's fine, just, there he goes. Is he still stuck? Still stuck on the beach? All right, extend it a little bit more and hopefully we can just get this guy in the water there. There we go, there he goes, there he goes. He's fine, he just needed a bit of help. It's almost getting dark. It's 4:30 or so, which is ridiculous by the way. Yeah, they need to get rid of standard time and just switch to daylight savings so I can, like, you know, you can get off work and still have a bit of light outside. Hope they do it soon, but Congress is Congress and they don't really do anything, so we'll see. I got one. This one stayed on. I've got a lot of them that basically came off as well. I'm starting to think that some of these are walleye, but I've never caught a walleye above the dam in Albany. I've definitely caught walleyes below the dam. I've never caught one above the dam. There it is. That one's a sucker, I believe. And I'm out of worms, so I'm gonna have to put this pole up. Can I get one more on the other pole? Is that a sucker? Pretty sure it is, right? Yep. Sucker. There's a lot of bass here too, so if you're gonna fish here in the summer, definitely like check the floating rigs, like this Lindy rig, and a minnow. I might try that in the summer sometime over at the park. But another sucker. Suckers usually don't come off, so some of those might have been something else besides suckers. But yeah, 6 suckers today. Not too bad. I was hoping to get a pike, but like I said, I can't get the lure far enough on the other side. So yeah, not a bad sucker. Definitely a smaller guy this time, but still decent sized fish. You know, reeling a couple of these, it's a lot of fun in the winter, especially if you can't get anything else, which is usually in the winter what happens. So yeah, I might be coming back here a couple more times. So really trying to get a pike later on, maybe like getting like a little bit better of a spoon or a better pike lure that goes further, or just getting a smaller setup that would allow me to cast further. See a fish. Boom, and there it goes. Not sure if there's something on. I don't think there is, but yeah, there's something on. Is that another sucker? Yeah, I got caught kind of close. I think I'm caught on a rock. Nope, got it out. This one's small, that's why I didn't really feel it. 7th fish of the day though that I actually caught, so can't be too upset. Is that a sucker? Yeah, it is. I was hoping it was an eye, but like I said, I've never caught an eye in this part of the river, so that's not surprising. Another small sucker, so I guess they're all suckers here. But hey, at least I had a day of catching fish. Still upset I didn't really get a pike, but like I said, I couldn't throw it far enough. I'll probably have to get a smaller rod and reel. But yeah, another sucker fish. All right, last one of the day. I think I'm just gonna toss it in from here. Just get it like a little bit out there and it should be fine. Yeah, I think it's good. Just kind of like sitting there and it'll kind of, see, yeah, it just wiggled itself to freedom. We're good. All right, it's gonna be the last fish. I think that does it for today. 7 suckers, 7 fish, about 1 every 10 minutes. Been here for a little bit more than an hour. I'm sure the pike are out, but they're on the other side and I can't throw the golden lure far enough. Sometimes I go off the platform at the park and I'll get 1 or 2. I think next time I'm gonna either get like a lighter rod and reel setup or just get some like small sucker bait that I'm gonna throw out there and see if I can get a pike to bite on it. But that's kind of what you expect during the winter. In the summer, there's carp, there's bullheads, maybe there's a catfish every once in a while, and there's some bass and pike as well. So not a bad place. I prefer broadhead in the summer, but It's also not a bad place to fish. This place, I think, is actually more popular for fishing in the summer because it's right downtown. There's people living all along the bank, whereas the best places in Broadhead are like deep in the woods somewhere, or like you know, outside of town. So yeah, not a bad place. I come here maybe once or twice a year during the winter. Nice, peaceful place, kind of beautiful as well. A lot of local businesses you can try out too. A lot of good restaurants here. So hope you enjoyed this. Check out my other Sugar River videos in the lower left corner, and I will see you guys later. Have a nice day, everyone.